I always told myself I had good friends, the kind who would do anything for me, without hesitation. But the truth? I never really tested that theory. Not until that night. It was 2 a.m. in Gaslamp. The bars were closing, and the streets were thick with that familiar mix of neon, sweat, and regret. I was standing outside, phone dead, wallet empty. The same friends I'd covered all night? Gone. I wasn't surprised. Not really. This was a pattern. But that night, something was different. A man stepped out from the alley. Too tall, too thin. His clothes hung off him like they were borrowed from someone bigger. His face, shadowed, but I could feel him watching me. Need a ride? His voice was flat, emotionless. I took a step back. I'm good, man. You sure? He motioned down the street. I followed his gaze, and there they were, my friends, standing in the glow of a flickering streetlight, watching. But something was wrong. They weren't moving, not talking, not laughing, just staring. I swallowed hard, lifting my hand in a small wave. They didn't wave back. I turned to the man in the alley. What's wrong with... He shrugged. They're waiting. For what? For you. The air felt thick, like the city itself was holding its breath. I stepped toward them, heart pounding. Their eyes followed me, unblinking. And then, all at once, they smiled. Not normal smiles. Too wide, too forced, like their faces weren't used to the motion. That's when I realized they weren't really my friends. Not anymore. Something had hollowed them out, drained them, replaced them. And the worst part? The thing that chilled me to my bones? I knew without hesitation that if I had been the one disappearing into the dark, they wouldn't have looked for me. I ran. I didn't look back. When my phone was charged, I had no missed calls, no texts, nothing. As if I had never existed to them at all. Would they do the same for me without hesitation? I already had my answer, and you should ask yourself the same. Because if you ever find yourself alone, surrounded by the people you call friends, make sure they're still human.
If you've ever been drained by the wrong people, you're not alone. Hit like if you've felt it, and subscribe if you want more of the hidden horrors of nightlife.